Elsie Rosie here, and hello everyone. How are you all doing? Welcome back to the Ship Show. On today's episode, we are going through part 3 of Carrots with Nutella. This is the last part of this comic, so let's see how it goes. I will see you all at the end of the comic. Previously on Carrots with Nutella. Purple guy is here. He says he wants to talk to you two, Foxy reported. He has no sense of privacy, and it took him about a moment to read the room. His golden eye flickered between his boss and one of his best friends. It did take him a moment to realize that... Oh! What was the boss and the young laddie doing? Freddy and Bonnie were both frozen in place, unable to move, snuggled in the bed with a shared carrot between the two of them. Oh my. Foxy felt his tail begin to wag back and forth with excitement. Were you two about to kiss? Foxy purred. Foxy glanced over his shoulder. He had to tell his lassie about this lovely situation. Chica, Freddy and Bonnie are playing pocky, he called. Chica nearly dropped her pizza. Oh my God. Foxy, take a picture, she cheered. She began running down the hall from the kitchen to see the event for herself. Freddy and Bonnie pushed away from each other and screeched, Foxy! I can't, lassie, you have me camera, Foxy reminded Chica. He barely minded about Freddy and Bonnie's glares. Luckily for the two, the Foxy and the Chica had the camera on hand, or wing in this case. True, I'll take it. The room was suddenly flooded with a blinding light, thus dragging Freddy and Bonnie back to reality. Freddy also found his eyes begin to shift from icy blue to a glowing white. Get out! He growled. Chica knew that sound and was already escaping to the kitchen to safety. Foxy, however, still had the mind of a 5-year-old and didn't seem to mind the growling from the main mascot. Freddy threw one of the extra pillows across the room, which smacked Foxy right in the face. Out! Bonnie buried his head under Freddy's chin and squeezed his eyes shut. This had to stop happening. It was getting really embarrassing. Maybe they should see if one of the night guards could install locks on their rooms or something. Leave! Freddy's voice had begun to glitch, mixing with his growl. Foxy felt his tail poof up in fright. He turned on his heel and ran out the door, slamming the door behind him as he called over his shoulder, I'm out! Once the two were alone, Bonnie rubbed his paws into Freddy's side, calming down the raging bear. Freddy leaned his head down and began to relax, breathing in Bonnie's scent. His eyes returned to their sky blue. Bonnie slowly tilted his head back and flashed a smirk up at Freddy. He had an evil glint flash in those ruby eyes. Next time they go to the cove, let's get some pictures of them having their fun, just for a little payback, Bonnie whispered. His paws slid up to Freddy's shoulders. He glanced at the door to see if there were any shadows of a fox or a chicken there. There were none. Freddy chuckles. A little payback did sound pretty good right about now. Besides, this wasn't the first time that Foxy and Chica had invaded their privacy. This was the first time they had gotten a picture, though. That is a brilliant idea, he confirmed, making a mental note to make sure to enact that plan the next time Foxy and Chica sneak off during their break. Freddy pulled back for a moment, placing his paw under his chin. Questions began popping into his head. Why would Purple come here? Purple knows that he's not welcome here unless the night guards are here with him. They usually can keep him under some sense of control. Purple hadn't even seen Freddy or Bonnie since Mike and Jeremy had told them about the pregnancy. I wonder what Purple wants to talk about, he asked. Honestly, Purple's motive didn't make much sense, considering why he made Bonnie female on the inside but not out. How did he even know that Bonnie and Freddy would, But before Freddy could even Consider finishing that thought. Bonnie broke him away from his train of thought by waving a paw in his face. Nah, let's not. Bonnie wasn't in the mood to deal with an insane murderer who gave him the ability to have children right now. He doesn't want to leave his comfortable spot or deal with that pile of shit. Well, not now, he added, glancing over his shoulder. Freddy raised an eyebrow. Oh? He asked. What had Bonnie done? It was more what Bonnie knew. Nothing happened in this pizzeria without Bonnie knowing about it. Bonnie's lips twitched to a grin. It was at that sweet time between closing and night shift, where no night guards were on site, and everything was calm. So why would Purple come now? Well, there is one person Purple would do nearly anything for. Yeah, I think he's a little busy with Phone Guy, Bonnie said. And not too far away, Purple had spotted his counterpart. Bonnie! Purple cheered, a sickly sweet voice which made Phone Guy curse. Shit! But it was too late for the poor brunette. Freddy and Bonnie could hear the sound of a loud crash echo down the hall. Oh dear, what had happened now to those two? Purple, get off! Scott shouted. But instead of hearing the sounds of someone moving, they heard a giggle in response. Nah, Purple hummed. Now with Purple Guy sufficiently distracted, that meant Freddy and Bonnie had plenty of time to themselves, which was completely fine with the two of them. Bonnie? Freddy leaned in closer. Yeah? Bonnie inched in, hoping for another kiss. That isn't quite what he got. You ate the carrot when I was talking to Foxy, didn't you? Freddy raised an eyebrow. Bonnie felt his heart skip a beat. Oh, fuck. No, he squeaked. Oh, no. His voice had betrayed him. It didn't help that he had some leftover Nutella on his lips. Oops. Freddy pushed forward and climbed on top, pinning Bonnie down on the bed under him. He pressed his paws down on Bonnie's side, locking him in place. Freddy! Bonnie squeezed his eyes shut and wriggled under Freddy. This was embarrassing, and today has already been embarrassing enough. Thank you very much. But Freddy didn't budge. Tell the truth, Bonnie boy, he hummed. He enjoyed the sense of control, and he knew Bonnie enjoyed it too from previous encounters. Bonnie sighed. His lips shifted into a soft pout. Fine. I ate the carrot. He glanced away as he confessed his sins. He found himself trembling. He loved having all of Freddy's attention all to himself. Dating the main mascot of a franchise wasn't easy, especially when everyone wanted Freddy's attention. So just getting one-on-one time was precious. I knew it, Freddy said. However, he didn't change his position. In fact, his paws seemed to press down harder into the sheets, dipping the bed slightly to bring Bonnie up just a hair. Bonnie found his heart racing against his chest. What was happening? Why was he still pinned? Oh no. What did Freddy have planned? Did he have another tickle attack planned? He found himself pressing back against the bed. His ruby eyes met Freddy's. That mischievous glint was flashing in those blue eyes. After a tick on the clock, Bonnie shuffled under Freddy. Can you move now? Bonnie squeaked. He wasn't used to this much physical contact. Their relationship was still so new, and they hardly touched at all during their performances. So he currently was feeling a sensory overload at all the attention. Not that he was complaining, of course. Once Freddy and Bonnie had gotten closer, Freddy found himself wanting to be at Bonnie's side constantly. Considering touch, he usually didn't like it. The children were always covered in grease of some kind or another, and the night guard's touch was always so rough. Bonnie, though, was different. Holding Bonnie in his arms made his mind clear. of all the stress from the day, replacing it with a sense of comfort. So at night, Freddy showered Bonnie with all the affection he could. "But I still want some carrot," he whispered. He knew they still had leftover carrots close by, with Nutella, of course, but that wasn't on his mind. Bonnie found his fur, glowing under Freddy's attention. He slowly nodded his head and parted his lips for another flustered response. But he found himself lost for words altogether, but he couldn't find himself to look away. "Let's see if you taste like carrots." Freddy's gaze fell to Bonnie's lips. He had started to let out a deep purr. "Fred?" Bonnie knew they had at least a couple of more carrots and Nutella left on the plate, but it had been shoved to the floor by them being cut, meaning Bonnie had eaten the last carrot. Wait, did that mean Freddy wanted to... Bonnie felt his chest pound against his chest. But before Bonnie could finish that thought, Freddy sealed Bonnie's lips with a tender kiss.
Well, hey, at least Freddy and Bonnie finally got to have their treat. If it's a different way or not, well, that's up to them. But hey, I hope y'all enjoyed this, and if y'all want more content just like this, hit subscribe and like to learn more all about the Great O Ship Show. I will see you guys next time. Next week, we're starting a brand new comic. Well, brand new as in 2015 brand new, but we'll see what happens then. I'll see you all then.